Hey guys, welcome to my vlog. So we're going to be going to BookOff again just because we are addicted to going there, and this is going to be in another town, so I'll link all the secondhand stores I'm going to go to below in this vlog. So sit back and relax guys, and let's see what we find today. I mean, I'm okay to not buy anything. Saving money is always good. Always, you know, it's a bit hard when you're on holiday. You want to impulse shop everything because, you know, it's not like you're going to come back anytime soon. So especially with secondhand shopping, it can be hard to say no to things because it's not like you can just go on and buy it online. Really.
That's why I'll be saying yes.
Yes. So Alex, well, I mean, Alex is into things that are not as expensive, I guess. Well, they still can add up.
Less damage.
Less damage. So, you know, whereas me, I kind of like bags, which can be more expensive, depending. I mean, I picked up a few contemporary bags on this trip, which has been cool. So, anyways, we'll see how we go today.
I gotta get everyone t-shirts. That's funny.
That can actually wear like yeah, I know. They still have the Lord. Oh, where? They have it?
My grandma will buy it. Like buy that. Like where is it?
Right.
So I think this could actually be in another town, but I thought I'd insert this footage anyway. We just went to Okura Vintage, but this was Mode Off, and in the same time, Alex went to Hard Off, which is a place where they sell CDs and music equipment. So I just took some time to peruse the bags in Mode Off. They also sold a lot of fashion items, even contemporary bags. So you never know what you can find in these shops. This burn wallet was a little expensive. It was over $2,000 in vintage condition, but sometimes you do find some really good bargains as well in these stores. How was Hard Off?
Rubbish.
Sometimes if I went to Mode Off, there would be a Hard Off nearby which Alex could check out, but we found that this area was a little expensive. We couldn't really find any great deals. This Fendi is cheap too, for crocodile. $2,000. Or was it $19,000?
That's 19.
Oh, it's $19,000. Yeah, that Ralph Lauren bag was cute. If you're a Louis Vuitton collector, definitely I would suggest taking a trip to Japan. I feel like the selection is crazy. You can get so many different types of speedies, vintage bags, and it actually helps you learn a lot about Louis Vuitton exploring the secondhand market. I would always check the condition of these things, look at the vachetta, look at the inside, because sometimes I would find bags that were really amazing deals, but then the inside would be, you know, not very nice on the inside. So always make sure to inspect your items. But yeah, you can definitely find things that you won't necessarily find in Australia or the US. And they even say that some of the bags that were produced for Japan or for the Japanese market were better quality than in other countries. I don't know if that's true, but particularly with Chanel bags. So you can actually find some really amazing pieces that have held up despite their age, and you might even find things that are better than buying them fresh from the store, I would say, particularly with some of the designs and the materials they used to use. To be honest, every time I went to a BookOff, I really wanted to go to the Hermes section first, but this one in particular only had that one vintage Kelly, but it had an abundance of Louis Vuitton monograms. So if you are trying to build your Louis Vuitton monogram collection, I definitely would recommend Japan because they have a lot. Even Gucci is quite abundant in Japan. You know, they can go for pretty competitive prices. It doesn't seem to be super rare, but Louis Vuitton in particular is everywhere. So if you do love, you know, either Damier Ebene, the classic monogram, this piece here was around 800 US. Pochettes held their value really well. This one was around 1,000 Australian dollars. So it really depends on the piece. I thought this was quite cute. This Miu Miu pouch. It was only 200 Australian dollars or so. And this puzzle bag was so cool. This tricolour one was around 2,500 Australian dollars with an extra 10% off, which I thought was really cool because, you know, Loewe did recently reissue their rainbow puzzle bag in the Puzzle 10 collection. And this Fendi vintage bag was under 500 Australian dollars. Loewe wallets also went for really good deals. This was quite an interesting bag. It's from Celine in some sort of pony hair. And vintage Celine was also a little bit abundant in Japan. That's something people don't usually go for. And this Ferragamo was only 32,000 yen, which is quite good. I really liked this Ferragamo bag too. It looked like it had a big needle through it. And it was around 400 Australian dollars. I was kind of considering getting this bag actually, because I thought it was quite a unique design, but I ended up passing it up. I just had my eyes laser focused on Hermes. As you can see, these wallets here were under 500 Australian dollars. But yeah, varying conditions. I didn't really personally want to get something too dirty or beat up. I just thought I would rather pay a little more for something in better condition. But if you're okay to restore things, sometimes you can find something for an amazing price. In terms of Chanel bags, the pricing here was pretty fair. This big CC Jumbo was around 4,000 Australian dollars. And bags like this Coco handle with the exotic trim were also quite fairly priced. So it really depends, but I would inspect the condition and make sure you're okay if something has been touched up or anything, because that can affect the value of the bags as well. Something like this vintage Gucci is a good find too, the bamboo top handle, because I know that that's currently back in fashion. And Bottega Veneta also have some hidden gems, particularly with some of their older styles. So there's a lot of styles you could probably snap up for really good deals. I really liked this Ferragamo backpack as well. It was around 300 Australian dollars. Oh my gosh, I could have really gone crazy now looking back. Collections like the Chanel travel line are also rather affordable on the secondhand market, so if you're trying to find a Chanel piece for under $500, I would suggest checking out the travel line from Chanel. So guys, in this one, I couldn't find much like designer gems, to be honest. A lot of it was like Louis Vuitton monogram, which it gets a bit boring after a while, I'm not gonna lie, although I am on the lookout for like a really cute backpack, but I haven't found anything that has like spoken to me particularly, although I have seen a lot of like cool Coach bags and stuff. So if you're into contemporary brands, they do have a lot of Coach, Kate Spade, and a lot of Ferragamo as well for really good deals. And Michael Kors too, but I don't know, I'm more into the Coach myself. So yeah, you can find some bags for really cheap. I even found a Coach bag for like $12. So yeah, it really depends. But even if you go to these like random bag areas, you can find some pretty unique and cool bags. And sometimes they have like mixed in there, like a bit higher end bags. So I would recommend even going to just like the bargain bin area, and you'd be surprised like what you can find in there. as you can see, if you're a coach enthusiast, you could really go crazy here. I mean, I look back at this footage and I think, oh my god, could have bought so many things. But I'm not going to lie, guys, I didn't have unlimited luggage space either. So I found, I kind of maxed out my suitcase as much as I could anyway. So definitely I would say try and bring nothing when you go to Japan and go crazy with the shopping. Also, I really apologize for my voiceover in this video because I haven't been filming my usual content because I actually have the C virus at the moment. So I thought this is a perfect excuse to edit my Japan vlogs. But how cool was this backpack? I actually really loved it. I thought it was such like a cool distressed look, but it did feel quite yucky, and the handles were all stretched out, so I passed up on it, even though it was like under 50 Australian. I think it was like 20 bucks or 27 USD. Yeah, like that's cheap. And it was wrecked. So yeah, but stuff like this was actually really good condition. I don't know, the thing is, I would have loved to have bought it, but I was seriously running out of luggage space. So I think next time I go to Japan, I'm literally going to bring nothing in my suitcase and try and find a few more of these like super great, fairly priced bags. This Lanvin tote, it was a very good price, like $8. I don't know, it looked like a free gift with purchase to me though. Maybe it even was. I don't know, it kind of seems like it, right? Do you reckon it is? Actually, I should probably just Google image search it. Sometimes I'm like, Jess, just answer the question yourself, Jess. Like, anyway, this looks like a more modern day Coach bag. I found the more modern day Coach actually tended to go for much more, so that one was over $100. But Ferragamo, wow, the deals you could get on Ferragamo was incredible. I really liked this green bag. I was tempted to grab it. It was around 300 US, so I don't know, over 500 Australian still, so not cheap, but I mean, compared to the retail cost, it is cheap, I guess, girl math. So yeah, but I mean, what do you reckon, guys? Would you buy a bag like this? I don't know. I did like it, actually. This bag I thought was even better, but this one was actually a really good deal. And I really like this color. It's really pretty. Only 80 USD. Plus, some of the tags sometimes had like extra 20% off or extra 40% off, which is even better. This is me trying on the Ferragamo bag. Yeah, I wasn't sold on it, to be honest, but it was okay. A lot of these bags were extra 20% off, which was pretty cool. So I think they would be like further reduced. Oh my god, you guys, I was so tempted by this Hermes bag. It still haunts me a little bit. Have you guys got the In the Loop bag? Let me know, because I think it's actually really cute. And this one was really fairly priced. 3,000. So it was around 3,600 Australian, I think, this one. So I have found that these ones, they do tend to not be as popular on the secondhand market. So I thought, oh, maybe I could still get that back in Australia. I don't know. I just found like when I'm in Japan, I only want to find bags that I can't get in Australia, like that Buffalo Bolide I found. Stuff like that. I only try and like get really rare stuff. But that being said, if you're looking for a very popular piece like a Neverfull or a classic flap, Japan is abundant of those. So really good to do your research and find the best one for your best price. Lots of silks and twillies as well in Japan that you can grab for under retail price. So if there's a old season one you like, oh my gosh, what is this ostrich? Huh? Oh my god, was that like really cheap? Was that like $300? Oh my gosh. Sometimes I would get confused with the zeros. That garden party is actually pretty nice. It has some interesting H design all over it. And that other canvas bag tends to go for really good prices secondhand as well. But this one didn't have a lot of Hermes bags either. A few little Chanel bags here. A Chanel snow globe as well, which I know was a VIP gift, which is kind of cool. Some perfume. This Chanel wok with the adjustable heart is still rather expensive. It's still almost 5,000 Australian dollars, but that is under the retail. Can you believe those wallet and chains now? They're getting up to like $6,000 or something in Australia. So yeah, I know the retail cost of Chanel, it's particularly in Australia, it's crazy. So if you are a Chanel collector, I would say yeah, definitely check out the secondhand market. And in Japan, it is worth your while, even just taking a trip there to grab something for that kind of price. This was a interesting little speedy here with an extra 30% off, and it looks like it's around 2,300 Australian dollars. So yeah, an extra 30% off actually, that's pretty good. This one had an extra 10% off. So probably a lot of this stock has been sitting there for a while. So I found that sometimes in these shops, they put them on further discount after they sit there for a while. And I think that some of the tags actually say that the date that they were kind of processed as well. So you can kind of tell how long the item had been there for. I think I did try and negotiate in one of these stores on a bag, but they wouldn't budge on the price. So some stores, they'll negotiate the price with you, but in general in Japan, I don't think they really like negotiating. So it's not like, you know, depending on what secondhand store you go to, some are more negotiable, but this one I don't think was. But I don't know, it depends on the person you get, it depends on the item too, probably. But let me know, guys, have you ever been to Japan and been able to negotiate the price on an item? Because I do feel like that's in general not as heard of. This is the Hermes in the loop bag that I was considering getting. It's black with white stitching, which I really liked that particular combo, and I was really finding that I needed for travel like a small crossbody bag kind of thing. So I don't know, I didn't buy it, but still kind of thinking about it. But let me know, guys, what was your favourite bag in this vlog? I'm going to wrap it up now, but don't worry. I will have more footage uploaded tomorrow, I think, because I am sick. So I can't actually film videos with my face in it right now. But it gives me a great excuse to show you guys my trip in Japan because, oh my gosh, there was a lot of bags. So guys, if you did get to the end of this vlog, give me a lollipop emoji. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for watching this vlog as well. I guess we'll just wrap it up with a few more final bags here. Little Steven Sprouse number, the graffiti collection, around $200. I found that sometimes on the multicolor and the Steven Sprouse you can get that chipping. So that is just a common occurrence with the print. But yeah, I mean that VIP snow globe was pretty cute. I was tempted to get that, and yeah, outside of this book off, there was like a weird tree as well. So, anyways, guys, I'll talk to you soon and stay tuned for tomorrow because I will show you some more footage. Bye.